Today we're visiting with Fisheries Division Chief Greg Power, and we're going to do a quick recap of the open water fishing season in 2025 and what anglers can expect this upcoming ice fishing season. I'm Mike Anderson with the North Dakota Game and Fish Department.
Every year is a little bit different. In 2025, there's some unique things to it. First off, a couple negatives would have been that we had that big windstorm back in late June. When you have 95 to 110 mile an hour winds over multiple counties, leaves some damage. And after that big windstorm, we had a lot of boat docks and boat lifts across basically the southern half of North Dakota that had damage. So we spent a lot of time working with the county park boards, water boards, whoever the caretakers, righting the ship, so to speak, getting these docks and piers back functional. So that was kind of a downer for a lot of reasons. And the other one was Schmishik Dam. Here in October, we did find zebra mussels in Schmishik Dam. It's a long ways away from other infestations. And what particularly concerning with this one is it's probably about 40 miles from Lake Sakakawea and actually in the drainage that water does drain into Sakakawea. We did get on top of things right away and we eradicated the zebra mussels in the lake. I don't know if we got all of them. We do plan to do it again in all likelihood next summer of 2026. But any new infestation is not good. So a couple of the downsides, what was really neat in 2025 was, first off, a continuation of something we've done now for a decade in these community ponds. Every year we're adding a couple more in the state, it seems, and these community ponds, our guys have been really, really active in stocking them with catchable fish in the spring of the year. So they're getting a lot of action, a lot of activity from everyone, but in particular kids. They're just having a great time. So that's been a really bright spot. Another thing that we've been very happy about is our salmon fishery here in 2025. It was both quantity and quality were there. And that's limited to Sakakawea, but it was enjoyed by a lot of people late summer and this fall. Incredible numbers and really good size. And then maybe lastly is, it started in May in western North Dakota. The western third had a lot of rain. And we were a little bit water poor there for a while in our reservoirs in particular. They all filled up, and then we've had really timely rains, sometimes excessive for most rest of the state since then. So going into the winter, we're in great shape water level wise. And that's probably the number one thing that our biologists are always concerned about is lack of water, because it can lead to an increased likelihood of winter kill. But we're in really, really good shape. And ironically, the two areas of water shortage right now is the Missouri River system. Sakakawea and Oahe are down considerably, and there are some concerns there going into next year. And then also Devil's Lake's down a bit. Otherwise, all our small waters are really high. 2025 was somewhat of a repeat of the year before, 2024. Again, North Dakotans really like the walleye, and thankfully we have a lot of walleye fisheries, really high quality walleye fisheries out there. The fish populations themselves are in really good shape. The big three, Sakakawea, Oahe, Devil's Lake, they're in good shape. Our small waters are in good shape, really good shape. The fishing itself was a little hit and miss. Sac was in particular. Some days really good, some days not so. Devil's Lake started slow, got better as the summer went along. Oahe was pretty consistently good, but overall, populations are in really great shape. Fishing was pretty average, nothing like 2018 or 2023. Ice fishing is driven by probably two things, our population status, whether it's pike, perch, or walleye. Do we have really good fisheries out there? In case of walleye, we do. Pike and perch, not where we were 10 years ago, but we still do have some decent pike and perch fisheries. Our populations have to be there, and the other thing that we need to have is a decent winter, where we have accessible ice. If we get snow that comes early and stays late, that's a recipe for low usage. People just can't get out, don't want to get out. A few winters ago, we had one of those winters where it was lots of snow and very cold. So it's going to be dictated by Mother Nature. The good news is our populations, again, are in good shape. We'll just have to have that right winter so people can get out and enjoy. Pike and perch, again, their populations are decent, I'd categorize it. We're just coming off of some historically record-setting pike and perch fisheries 10 years ago. We've since then, our lakes have kind of stabilized. We don't have that flooded vegetation in the spring of the year. We don't have super strong year classes, so our numbers aren't quite where they were at one time, but you do a little bit of homework, especially pike. There's some still really good pike opportunities out there. Perch fisheries is a little more hit and miss. So as our lakes, freeze up, they started in November, and we really start to get good ice here in December. And initially it's walk on ice. And those typically are more diehard anglers. They pretty much know what they're doing, but it doesn't matter. Do be careful. Early ice is always a little bit treacherous, so be careful, make sure you know what you're doing. And as the month of December goes on, we typically make much better ice. We get that cold, some really cold spells here in the weeks to come. And again, on average, by the holidays, with Christmas, New Year's time, we have drive-on ice where the ice is thick enough that most people can drive on most lakes and have at it. Well, dark hull spearfishing, again, is driven by the pike population. And again, our pike numbers are decent. So, we're still seeing a fair amount of use on dark hull spearfishing. And the other thing is how the lakes freeze up. Something we don't have any control over, but some years they freeze up muddy and stay kind of muddy all winter long, and that just really cuts into dark hull spearfishing. You need your sight fishing. If you have good water clarity, good pike populations, it's almost a guarantee of pretty good dark hull spearfishing. So yeah, it's another year. The only thing you got to have is a fishing license if you're 16 and older, and you do need to register online. One thing we urge the public always to do, this is just etiquette. It doesn't matter, summer fishing, ice fishing, is clean up after yourself. There's nothing worse than leaving trash out in the lake. And it happens so often, people that keep out permanent ice houses out there, for example, out of sight, out of mind, throw trash into the snowbank. Come spring, it is such an eyesore. So we ask the public to really, really clean up after yourselves. So again, if you're looking to place to dark hull spearfish or just fishing in general, we always push the public to go to our website, and there's a tab right there under the fishing section is where to fish, and it's probably pretty much one-stop shopping. You can find about any information you need there, the contour map of a lake, stocking history, the catch records, about everything you need to know. So if you're new, especially if you're new to fishing, that might be a good place to start. Should be an absolutely great winter for ice fishing. The fish are there. We got to make sure that Mother Nature helps us out a little bit, but have at it. Go out there and enjoy the winter.